And during the quiet period, the logging, I'm going to take a look at this. Not much different here. There's here's our three jerks that tried to log in, and they're all bad users, especially Packers Rule. That's a really bad loser and a self-deluded fuck. Um, but I digress. So anyways, we can see here after these three try to log in, we go into quiet mode. And the timestamp, it starts at 1:11:55.579. We'll skip the next one. We can see at exactly 60 seconds later we go out of quiet mode. So normally during this period with that default access list applied, you wouldn't be able to log in. Nobody would be able to log in through the auxiliary or the VTY lines because we'd have that access list that blocks everybody. But we've applied our own access list that said, once again, that anybody on the 12.1.12.0/24 subnet can still log in via Telnet or SSH during this period. And actually, that's what's happened here. So you can see, 9 seconds later, we get a successful login. So Cisco Jim logs in. He comes in from an IP address that's on that quote-unquote safe list, and he comes in via Telnet, which is one of the protocols that we said was okay to use during this period. And then when it turns off, we're back to whatever inbound access list we might have had prior, and in our case we don't have any in this example. But it shows you that it's kind of neat that you can see that during the quiet period you're able to log in. So creating a quiet period access list is actually going to be one of your best practices if you're going to be using login blocking, because you do want to have a safe list so that this gets rid of a couple of the issues that we saw earlier. If you do write your configuration during the quiet period, at the very least you're going to have access from the boxes that you specified in your quiet period ACL or your safe list. And the other thing is that if it overwrites your inbound access list, that again, you've got some people that are going to be able to access it, whereas if you use just the default Cisco access list, everybody's blocked. So I mean, this is really, if you're going to do login blocking, be sure to at least consider this strongly as a feature that you want to implement. Okay, so normally I integrate the lab portion with the theory portion in these videos. In this case, I'm going to break this into its own separate video, simply because we're coming up on the 50-minute mark, and that's a long time to talk about login blocking. So if you got in your fill, this is probably everything that you always want to know about login blocking, plus a bunch of stuff that you really didn't care to know about. Go ahead and run with it. I would strongly suggest that you check out the lab video, because it's always good to see this in action on the CLI. I'm probably going to revisit this and make an edited video that just gives you the quick and dirty for this, because normally this is a page and a half or a few paragraphs on a in a Cisco Press book, and it's not going to be a huge portion of your certification exam if it's on there at all. So this might be overkill if you're studying. I still hope that I kept your attention and that you come away with a good understanding of this, and I hope to see you over in the lab video. Until then, bye.